morning. Today is Thursday, August 18th. The year is 2022. So if you see it's quiet now, I just fed Grayson, literally just fed him seconds ago. He already devouring that food. I don't have much time. So he started running around. This dog has got to be the most active dog that I've ever had. I've never seen a dog run around and play so much all day, all night. Never wants to sleep. He only sleeps if you put him in the cage and lock him up, and he'll pass out in a few minutes. But as soon as you run him out, let him out that cage, it's on and popping. For the next 24 hours, he run and and play and bark and bite and everything. Here he comes. He's eating his food. He walked over with a big old mouthful of food up here looking at me. See, here he come. See, what you want? It must be something about me starting talking. Every time I start talking, he come over. You're supposed to be eating food. I done gave you all that food and treats and everything and water. I put everything out there for you to enjoy your morning. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Ain't no rain outside. We done went outside. We done ran around. Come on. Can I just have a few minutes to talk to my folks about this? I don't even know what I'm talking about today. Oh, I know what I'm talking about today. So, I talked about Atlanta in the job market, right? And all these people are flocking to Atlanta looking for these high-paying jobs. Then they get here and they realize, Atlanta ain't paying shit. Even with these expensive rents, high expensive houses, the job market it ain't paying nothing. They ain't paying nothing. So people keep flocking here under the impression that they're going to find these high-paying jobs. They're going to pay high-paying money. They're going to make all this money. They're going to make this. Welcome to Niggerville, y'all. You ain't making shit. Now, people who've been here for a while, I find that people who've been here for a while have finally transitioned into better-paying jobs after they suffered with all them low-paying jobs for years. It's very rare that somebody moseys on into Atlanta and lands in a good paying job unless they were transferred here. The vast majority, they don't have to pay a high salary here in Atlanta because so many people are flocking to Atlanta. What they got to pay y'all from all this high ass money for when they got folks who are working for way less than what you asking for? So I find most people who come into Atlanta area for whatever reason, they don't stay long because they realize they're too young and they're not making the type of money they could be making here, or it could take years before they will make that type of money if they stay here. Now, the only other option is to become self-employed. That's the only option that really works for the vast majority of people who have had. Now, y'all, and I'm telling y'all, I have friends who lived in Atlanta with Harvard law degrees, engineering degrees from MIT. I'm talking about prestigious Ivy League colleges who are now self-employed. They realize if they wanted to stay here and earn a decent income, they were going to have to do this on their own. They were going to have to create their own little engineering firm or their own law firm. Now, that's one big positive thing I do like about Atlanta, because it forces you to get up off your ass and do something on your fucking own instead of sitting up there begging them white folks for a job. Oh, please, I went to Harvard and I got my MIT engineering degree. I got everything. I got PhD. Will you please give me a job? No, create your own damn job. And you can thrive here because there are so many people who can benefit from your business, your business here. I don't care what kind of business it is. You have so many people flocking here. I'll give you a prime example. My doctor that I go to, my original doctor I was with for 25 years, she retired. She got tired of me. She just got sick of the whole ordeal. So she retired. I was with her for about a good 25 years. I ended up at another doctor's office through a referral from her to get in there. Little did I know the doctor that I got into the care of I forget the PA. I'm trying to think, what is that type of doctor I go to? Just a regular doctor. A lot of doctors are not accepting new patients. So a lot of people moving to Atlanta and trying to find a doctor. I don't know what you're going to do because there are not enough doctors here. So you don't have enough doctors here, so it's kind of difficult for you to land a doctor that you can see on a regular basis, because then some just are not accepting new patients. So doctors are opening up new practices here and filling up. Now, it's not cheap to open a new practice here. We all know this shit is high insurance and all this shit, and dealing with insurance companies and just expensive as hell. I know that for a fact. But there are more and more new doctors, young black doctors, who are opening up business in areas that we need to be in, that areas that black folks live in, Cascade, Stone Mountain, black neighborhoods. A lot of them out in Douglas County, tons of them out in Stockbridge. It's a bit further out, but they're opening up offices. Those of you who have insurance, who can go see a private doctor versus if you're in an HMO or PPO. I don't know. I'm not sure. You need to talk to your human resources person if you have that type of insurance for yourself and figure out what doctors would work for you. There are practices opening. There are dentists who are opening. I've been to a bunch of them trying to get these teeth fixed. I'm still running around. I'm getting close. I went to a dentist's office a few weeks ago, and I think it's expensive, but I think I found the solution finally. It just took some time and a little bit of research and some, it ain't my situation not the same as everyone else's. I keep telling people this. And why can't you get them teeth fixed? If it was that easy as going to the Mercedes dealership and signing a document and you're walking out with teeth, I would have did it. But it ain't that easy. For some people, there are other underlying issues that they have to also take into before they slap them fake teeth in your damn mouth, because they may fail and you just spend all this money and it's now gone. You back over there with some fake dentures. But that's a whole nother video. Tired of that shit. I've been doing this for years. But I'm getting close. So anyway, are there amazing opportunities for self-employed people around? Of course there are. Whether it is a restaurant or construction. There's a restaurant, construction, pet care. If you have the arts or skills, here's the catch. If you don't know how to hustle, if you don't know how to make your business thrive and survive, thriving and surviving, good time, you know what they said in the show? I don't know. If you don't know how to do that, see, some people are better off employed at a business. They don't know no better. They don't know how to run their own business. Some people ain't gonna never make it out of Niggerville to go create their own business. Can you create a business in Niggerville, make a living? Of course. Look at the girl from the vegan restaurant, Slutty Vegan. She's opening places in black neighborhoods. She's a millionaire now, maybe billionaire. I don't know. I get confused. They say one of them second to millionaire, next to billionaire. I say, well, shit, how many restaurants you got? She saw something. She saw an amazing opportunity that black people wanted to go more vegan and eat more healthy. And that's what she did. She created a vegan hamburger or a vegan restaurant that served vegan restaurants. I'm not too sure. I have to admit this. Every time I go over there, it's packed with people. I haven't had the opportunity to go there. Now they say she has an actual vegan-style restaurant in Ponce City Market I want to check out. So my whole thing to anybody, and I would say this to anyone. Hold on, I gotta give him a little treat so he can get the hell out of my damn face. This little treat you put a little toy in, you give it to him, he keeps him busy. Damn, it's ridiculous all day long, all this excitement over here. It don't make no sense. I gave him a Benadryl one night. I thought he was gonna be knocked out. He was just woozy running around, slipping and falling. I said, this damn dog high on that damn Benadryl, he's sliding all over the place. Couldn't hold his traction like he would normally. He'd take them curves, he'd be holding like a BMW going around them curves, running around the house. This time he was crashing into the wall. I said, okay, he's still running now. He didn't stop. But you want to come to Atlanta, I know it's on your destination. I just love Atlanta. Come on to Atlanta now, but you sure better be able to do your own thing. The people I know who are having success here mainly are self-employed and have their own business. Now, there are, I do have a friend. I have a lot of friends who work at Delta, the airlines, they do well. I have a lot of friends. But there's the politics of working for somebody in the city can be very complicated. And, there's a lot of haters in these jobs. You're dealing with people's personalities, hating, trying to take your job. All the while they're trying to take your place, the backstabbers. They're talking about your job. All the while they're trying to take your job. So you have to deal with a lot of that here. There's a lot of competition for these jobs, even after you got through the front door. Now you got to prove yourself to keep that damn job. I don't know if it's worth all that headache here. But I am a strong believer because I moved. You all have to understand. I moved to Atlanta at 18 years of age in 1989. Some of you motherfuckers weren't even born yet. So when I moved here in 1989, I was 18 years of age, and so I didn't come here really on my own. My family had moved here. My mother and them had already moved here. My brothers and sisters were here, and other family members. And so when I graduated high school, I eased on down the road to Atlanta, which I was supposed to be going someplace else. If I can turn back in time, knowing what I know today, I would never have stepped foot in this town. And I'm being very honest with you all. I wouldn't have came this direction. However, I'm here now. No sense crying over spilt milk. And you got to make the most of it. I've done fairly well here. I think I've had some rough times, I've had good times and bad times. I've had all kinds of issues here. It's life. We know everything will be perfect. But I find it is a little bit harder for people to move here now than when I moved here in 1989. It's a completely different environment. It's a much rougher place here, tougher to get jobs here. Incomes are lower than they were 30 years ago. It's kind of shocking. Like, 80 jobs used to pay really good money at the airport. They don't pay that type of money that they used to back then. I remember seeing billboards for sign-up bonuses for all kinds of companies that don't no longer exist no more. They gone. Just a different world here. Because of the pandemic, you are seeing more internet-based companies move into Atlanta. Google's open up something here. Microsoft's got a big thing coming here. Apple, they're all heading this direction. They are already here. There might be some amazing opportunities with those places. So, or most people are getting transferred in from other places too. But again, here's another thing that bothers me. Recession. You hear it all over the news. You hear all the stuff. We're in a recession, but technically we're not in a recession. This might be the best time to open up a business. The best time to do when everybody's running away from something, you run towards it. If you have the capital, the experience, and you know what you're doing, this might be the best time to start a business when things are supposedly slowing down. I slowed down. All right, in a recession, technically, we ain't in one. Who knows? And let me tell y'all something. A lot of these pundits, whether they're the news or YouTube, they make a killing off of gloom and doom. Gloom and doom. That's how they make their money. So my suggestion is you live your life and don't be worried about no recession and all this other stuff and Taiwan. I could be in the war with Taiwan. So, Lord, here we go with this mess. What's going on in Ukraine? Ukraine is 10 million miles away from us. Does it have an impact on our lives? It does. It ain't got nothing to do with us. So you better continue to live your life and do the things that are best for you. You can't just crawl into a shell and wait for things to get to a point where you think they're going to improve for you to do whatever you expect you to do. Them days may not ever show up. May not ever show up. You're trying to survive. I don't care where you go. It's going to take some hard work. It ain't going to be easy. I don't care what you do, how you do it, where you do it. It's not going to be easy. Y'all expecting somebody to walk in and hand you something on a silver platter. It don't work that way for nobody. It's going to require work. And if you come here to shake your groove thing, baby. Hey, show them how to do it, y'all. Shake your groove thing, baby. Okay, so if you shaking your groove thing day and night, are you a stripper? Now, the only way you're going to make some money if you everywhere constantly shaking your ass someplace, dancing all night, drinking. Are you a dancer, a stripper, escort? What's going on here? If you come into Atlanta because it's so much fun, I keep hearing from folks, Atlanta's so much fun. Oh, I just love Atlanta. I'm thinking, y'all doing is standing around these nightclubs, standing, you don't even dance. You listen to some music, you ain't dancing like we used to go out and dance and be all sweaty and have a good old time. You ain't doing that shit no more. You go in them boring ass places. Oh, and fighting. Forget about that. They nightly cardio fighting. Yeah, you walk to a club, everybody at the old club fight, you just having a drink, fights all around. You're like, what's going on? This damn crazy. What's going on? These crazy chairs flying through the air. Watch, ducking chairs. I don't want to go there. So, you want to come to Niggerville. I want to be around black folks. I keep hearing this shit. I'm thinking, I better stay out there in Arkansas, Iowa, like I know. I know plenty of folks living in places doing well. Salt Lake City black folks out there doing. Those who A friend of mine took a high-paying job in Salt Lake City. He drove all the way from Atlanta to Salt Lake City. I said, ooh, how you like it? He said, man, ain't no niggas out here, but you know why they paying me good money, and I just got to make it work. And so I turned around, he on vacation in Miami. I said, well, he said, I can, well, I'm blaming shit. You lived out there. I want to plane and go to Miami. It's a long way from there. I said, you don't like West Coast? You're a little bit closer over there. I like Miami. Self-employed might be the route. If you're a hustler. Then you can live, you don't have to live in Salt Lake City. Ain't nothing wrong with living in Salt Lake City. If you make good money. If this man happens to love what he does, he loves it. He makes good money out there. He is working for one company. People seem to think life has to revolve around black folks. Not necessarily. You can see them black folks on Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's Eve. And go back to wherever you're going to go to. As you get older, trust me, going to a club and standing around drinking, it gets real old fast. I ain't stepped foot. When I was young, I was in the clubs. I will admit, I was in my 19, 20. I remember a time when I was damn near, I was a teenager. In 1990, I moved to Atlanta. We were at the club every single night. I remember this. And I was working 2 jobs. Two jobs. The hell did I find out? Taco Bell the Modern Renaissance Hotel in the morning time. Now I would leave there and go to the afternoon and close up at Taco Bell. 2 jobs. And then for my 3rd job, the Reddit's nightclub. All night. And then get up in the morning, go home, sleep, and do the same thing all day at date. He was working. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I was working 2 full-time jobs. And in them clubs all the time. I must have had a ton of energy. It didn't last long. I was about 19 years of age, 20 years of age. Yeah. But by the time I was 24, 25, them days were dead and gone. When I bought that house and started doing living life, by the time I was 25, 26 years of age, I was over with. Way before I reached 25, 22, 23, I had enough. But these guys are well into their late 20s, early 30s, and 40s and still shaking the groove thing. I'm like, what's wrong with these niggas? They don't want to grow up. Very immature. Don't want to grow up. However, you want to come to Atlanta or Miami or Chicago, wherever city you want to go to. A lot of folks ain't running Chicago no more for some reason. This dog's not chewing on this chair. What is wrong with this fucking mutt? He over here chewing on the chair. I didn't give you a toy. I didn't give you food. All right, I'm in this video so I can take him out because he's starting to get. I got to go to the gym anyway. But what I was about to say is no matter where you go, sit down and figure out what you like to do. Can I make an income doing this? So many people have been led to believe that going to college and getting these fancy degrees is going to end up paying you some high-paying job. They seem to think that those jobs are going to be given to them. I got the degree now, here, and it don't work that way. And I'm talking about people who graduated top of their class. But another issue to y'all is chocolate mocha skin color. You ain't got the right skin color in many instances to get into some of these ways. I don't give a shit what fancy degree. But that's another video because I don't want to get into that right now because I can see y'all now. Y'all love them white folks so they can't stand your ass. But anyway, Lord have mercy. Why won't you leave me alone? Come on. All right. So, y'all. Here's a dog. Do you want to adopt Grayson? A sweet 4-month-old puppy for adoption or sale or whatever, lease to own. Rent to own? I can't take this. I'm going to go to the gym. Today is Thursday, August 18th. Ow! The year is 2022. Figure out what you want to do, y'all. Whatever you do, make sure you know what you're doing before you come to Atlanta or Miami or Houston or Las Vegas or wherever the fuck you're going. You better sit down and really think out and come up with a plan and write it out. Don't go no place based upon you had a good, you went there for Labor Day weekend and shook your ass at the club and met all these cute niggas and you think you're going to have a great time. That goes black, white, men, women, everybody. White folks do it too. They go someplace. For a lot of them, I met all these beautiful women. I just love me. Go down to Fort Lauderdale and find ain't shit going on down there in Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, but hard times. White folks really don't suffer them hard times. We know they can go in there any damn way. Because, oh, you vice president of operations, day one. Oh, I just printed up the degree last night. Y'all make me vice president. White folks got it good, honey. But that's another video. I'm not going to argue with y'all about that right now. Today is Thursday, August 18th, the year 2022. Let me take him out. I'm ready to the gym. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.